Welcome, everyone. Another wonderful meditation Monday morning for the Find Your Fire Tribe. I am Wendy Yoching, founder of Healing Spaces Caribbean and tribe mom of the Find Your Fire Tribe. And as the regulars know, every Monday we have a chi lifting event for the tribe to help us start the week beautifully. And today, once again, we have the wonderful Bridget Marticorena Riggs continuing her series of Harmonizing Healing Techniques. Today's topic is movement through energy, or something as exciting as that. And I'm going to hand over to Bridget Riggs for her to lead the session. So once again, welcome Donna, Lynn, and Terry for joining us live. And if you're joining us on Facebook, of course, type #live. And if you are watching the replay, type #replay so that we know that you were there. So Bridget, welcome. Good morning. Thank you for being here once again. Over to you.
Thank you so much again. And good morning to everybody. I am Bridget. I am the CEO and founder of Finding Coherence. And today I decided to do a little different of a meditation. You know, there's walking meditations and sitting meditations and all different kinds of meditations. But today I decided to do a little bit of movement along with our meditation. So this work is with Jinjutsu, which is a 3,000-year-old ancient art, as well as I'm using a little bit of work from Donna. She has energy medicine, as well as Lee Holden. He's a Qigong master that I've incorporated one or two moves that I found really kind of encompassed a lot of the JSJ areas, and I thought that would be a good move. Now, I originally had planned to put music on, but unfortunately I didn't have my computer linked up. So maybe at the very end part, I'll put some actually dancing music on, so that way we can feel a little bit better. It might cut out a little bit, but we do what we can do, because I'm not sure if we'll be able to have the same effect without the music. Just another reminder that this is a safe place. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, my darling. But is there some particular music you want? Maybe I can find it while you're doing the meditation, and maybe then I can play it when you need it.
Okay.
Try that.
Well, if you just want to go to YouTube and go Return to Oneness, it's 963 hertz. It's a frequency of the pineal gland.
Okay, I will try to find it. I will disappear for a couple of minutes and try to find it. At what point would you like it to be on?
Just put it on now, and then I can go to my audio file for the last song. That's like 5 minutes long.
Okay, so I'll try. If we shall see, but proceed.
Okay. That sounds good. Thank you. We're going to start first in the chair, because I'm not sure if people have a lot of area to move, but then I'll move my chair, and you can either stand during the meditation or you can sit down. If you have any balance issues, I would recommend just sitting. There is a move where we'll move our head like this, and I know when I had vertigo, I couldn't do that without things going spinning. So feel free to adapt as you need. We're going to be doing a lot of breath work that I would like to have sound. I know sometimes sound can be a little uncomfortable. Thank you, roosters. So if we could make a sound on the exhale of a that actually will help with the vibration of the body, and also working on your aura to break up some of the different traumas you have that are located out here. That way, when we're moving our hands, we can actually disrupt a lot of that frequency. And once we disrupt it, then we can actually get rid of it with the breath work. So work along with it. No judgment here. Use this instrument. Play with curiosity and have fun. This is movement. What I like to say is get back down to your inner child, where you're 5 years old and you're playing with, friends that you just met. And it's a lot different as far as a mindset for that. Again, I wanted to mention about when we're inhaling, to envision inhaling joy and healing energy, and then exhaling and say the words, what no longer serves me. Or you can go, the more of a range that you can get, the better of an effect it is on the body. And in the chat, I have a reminder of the different Anandamaya Moksha and also the Honoponopono. So you can, at your leisure, say those words. If your mind starts to get a little too with, oh, I got to do this later. Oh, I got to pick this up. No, this moment in time is for us to kind of do some self-love, some self-reflecting, some movement to get the energies and the frequency going accordingly. So any questions? Oh, I don't hear you, Wendy. You're muted.
I have a question. I have something to tell you. I've just tried I found the music. I tried to do the share. It's giving me the same strange message. Zoom must have changed something. So it's not allowing me to share unless I go install another app as well. So we have to do without the music sharing, and it would have been lovely to have the music. So proceed.
Okay. Thank you for trying, though. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to start by rubbing our hands together like this. This will build up some friction and also some energy. And then I want you to just shake it out, because a lot of times we carry a lot of energy, especially in our hands, and we want to shake that out. So then I want you to actually take your fingernails and start rubbing them. You'll hear a little, I don't know, this sound. But this actually helps if you need to grow your nails. Let's say you were biting your nails and you need to have them grow a lot faster because you got a dinner date coming up. This actually helps stimulate growth in your nails. But I just want you to do a little bit and then stop and then place all your fingers together like this. And a lot of you might feel some tingling, some heat, some electricity going in there. Some might feel nothing. This is cumulative. As you do more of this, your body will react to it. So then I want you to take this and put it right on top of your head and try to get as much real estate of your head as possible, going all the way around. And this, take a deep breath in. It just feels good. This helps you come out of your head. If you have a headache, if you're too much in your head and not thinking clearly, just take a moment and to take 3 breaths like this is really comforting. And a JSJ move would be taking your right hand, putting it on top of your head, and your left hand, putting it on your pubic bone. And again, it can be the tip of your fingers up until the palm as far as surface area, holding that safety energy lock. But what I would like you to do this time, and when you have this hold here, this is working on the main central with Jinjutsu. This takes care of everything in the body, balances from top to bottom, all the energy going down the front of the body. So if you have any issues on the front, any tension here, your stomach problems, do this move and take a breath. And the next couple of breaths like that, what I would like you to do is envision your heart chakra dropping a little anchor, going all the way down your body, going all the way down to the central of Mother Earth, down to her core. Reaching her core, having your cord touching Mother Earth, and bringing up her pink light energy back onto your body. And again, dropping that little pulse of love to Mother Earth. Then here, I want you to take the top hand on your right and put it on your tailbone. This affects everything on the back of the body, all the energy going up the back of the body from your feet all the way to your head. Any back issues that you have, any chronic lower back pain that you have, this is another good move to do on a regular basis. And again, we want to take our hands, put them in prayer position in the front of our body, our heart chakra. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor. And then I want you to take a breath in. And when you exhale, I want you to have your right hand go to the top and your left hand go to the ground. So up to Mother Earth or the sky and to Earth. And exhale and breathe into your heart chakra again. We're going to do this 3 times on both sides. Breathe in and exhale. And back to the front. And exhale again. And if you do this outside and you're reaching to the sky and reaching down to earth, it really feels good. Doing it indoors is good, but outdoors is even better. And make sure you really stretch those muscles. And I think one more. Okay, now we're going to do a tapping sequence from Donna Eden. And we're going to start. Oh, go ahead. You're still muted.
Do we breathe out when we stretch and in when we have hands to heart? Out when we stretch and in when we have hands to heart, correct?
Correct.
Thank
Correct.
you. Okay.
Or if that's not comfortable for you, do the opposite. These are just suggestions, but the thing is to do the stretch like this and then the hands to heart.
Okay.
Good. So then tapping on the cheekbones. This is Safety Energy Lock 21, and this deals with the stomach. So this also helps with grounding. So if you ever have, again, you're too much in your head, you can't get out of your head, or you want to just settle your head or your mind for meditation, tapping on your cheekbone, very good. Then we're going to go to a collarbone. Moving all across and down. All in here, we have a lot of lymph nodes. And these lymph nodes tend to get stuck and stagnate with energy. All our meridians too, a lot of them go through this area right here. So clearing out here by doing the tapping, you can even do fist bumps. Tapping, yes, this is exactly what Tarzan does and gorillas do, getting ready. And they're just, it feels so good after a while. You really forget what you're missing when you're touching your body and tapping on your body. This releases a lot of tension here in the breast. If you have any breast issues, cancer, really good to undo a lot of this energy here. And you work from the collarbone up here all the way down in here. And you can even actually dig deep if you would like. And if you feel anything of concern or just tenderness, fine. Breathe in and release. And thank your body. Thank you for telling me I have a stagnation here. Thank you for notifying me. I appreciate it. And I'm so sorry if I ignored you. I appreciate it. Now I'm going to work and send you love right now. And you can actually do this, get your ball of chi and actually place it in there and feel that. And you put color to that light and put it on you. It changes everything. So just, these are all little techniques that you can do to just be aware of how to keep your body in a good energetic state. And then your thymus, right here where your collarbone notches, here, thumping this. Do not do this at night. This will stimulate you to actually be awake. So I would highly recommend anyone with thyroid issues, Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism, tap as much as you can. It's always here. It's just the thought of remembering to do the tapping. And of course, breathing. And then I want you to go underneath your bust line here. You have your spleen right where your ribs are. So where the bra line is, we're going to go all in here underneath and tap. And this needs to be done daily at a minimum. If you take away anything, the spleen is always over delivering and overstimulated, and we need to calm it. A lot of, if you have temperature issues, you just know that your spleen is off. So this is a very good one to do. And so we're going to also cross our arms, go from the top of our shoulders here, straight down. This is somatic releasing. You might feel some eye tearing up. You could feel some emotion right now. When you do this, this is very comforting. It's not only with Jinjutsu, but also with somatic healing. A lot of, and I also hypnotherapists tend to sometimes use this to calm the client before going into hypnotherapy. So this is very comforting. And if you just do this and Ho'oponopono, I'm telling you, you will have a shift in your energy, in your mindset. Put some music on, go outside. These are all really good things to help calm the body into that parasympathetic state so you can heal your body. So then another good one is to take your right hand, put it on your elbow, take your left hand, put it right on your rib here. And we're going to switch sides. But this is also, this here is safety energy lock 14, dealing with the breath. This is safety energy lock 19, and 19 has so many different aspects that I can't go into, but this here helps calm down the triple warmer, which is in Chinese medicine, the umbilicus, but it also has a very comforting, relaxing feeling to the body. This will calm you down. If you're in an argument with someone or in a meeting that you're having some difficulties with, if you don't want to hold your middle finger or any of the fingers to help your emotions, do this. It's very subtle. No one can see you doing this. If you're on a flight and you're having a little bit of a panic session, do this. It helps calm you. Do the Ho'oponopono, calm yourself, say a prayer if you want, say some affirmations, but this is very comforting. And then we're going to switch to go on the other side. Right hand on your left ribs and right hand around your elbows. You could also switch this up where you're just holding your elbows like this, or just holding your ribs like this. Either way, this is all interchangeable. Another move I have would be we call it the big hug, where you take your hand and you go underneath your armpit and the other one underneath your armpit. You're actually grabbing all this lymph in here. This is safety energy lock 26, which is all about the body as a whole. So when you give yourself a hug like this, and again, something else you can do that's very comforting, that keeps you safe, you're contained here. And if you're in an argument in a store that you see something uncomfortable happening that you need to just find your peace, this is a really good position as well. Very subtle. Now I'm going to do a cross crawl. This is energy medicine. Anytime you cross your body this way, it actually helps change the energy field. Sometimes the energies get mixed up. So it's good to cross over. A lot of people, some EMDR people have you cross your hands like this and cross your feet like this, and then you do your session. So real important to cross things. So what I'm going to have you do is take your right hand and cross over to your knee and this side, and just keep on crossing and breathing. This actually helps you do changing your energy field from right to left, left to right, up to down, down to up. And another one would be to just stand loose with your arms and you start twisting. But as you start twisting, then let your arms go and you'd be surprised where it hits. You're hitting, again, your rib line here, which is really good. But in the back, you're hitting back here, which is safety energy lock 2. The bottoms of your ribs are safety energy lock 23. This is all about your kidneys and your adrenals. So when you're hitting both sides, you can lower it so it's lower of the 2 dealing with hips, or you can go higher up dealing with your kidneys. But that pounding actually creates a frequency and can break up anything in your aura as well as in your physical body. But put a little bit of music to this and you really could go for, you know, quite a long time. And again, I apologize for not having music here, but I didn't have the right software. And then another energy medicine technique from Donna Eating is making figure 8s. And what I like to do, and this is all your aura goes out 10 to 20 feet. So making circle 8s all around my aura, from my down to my feet to the top of my head. And as you're doing the figure 8s, it's kind of like taking a tuning fork, and when you're doing energy work and you're coming into the body and you're disturbing anything of this area here of the body. I know the left lower hip is all about depression. So if you fluff that away and you just disturb it, whether making figure 8s or fluffing it like this, either way, you're disturbing all that energy. And that's why I think dance is so much fun and so liberating, because we're moving and we're disturbing all this energy field that we normally wouldn't even bother with. So making these figure 8s all over, and even if you have a knee issue or something, you can even do a figure 8 on your knee all over, and breathing and doing breath work, saying the Ho'oponopono can actually move that energy and that disharmony can go away. So even if they say, hey, it's a torn or ACL or whatever the words are for the knee, you know, you can go ahead and fix it and grow it back, or our bodies have an innate system that knows how to get back into homeostasis. So, but yeah, when you do all the figure 8s, you can end by going from the bottom figure 8s all the way to the top and down the sides. So unfortunately, I don't have an ending to this, but ta-da! So does anybody have any questions or comments?
I quite love the tapping. It reminded me a lot of the EFT practice.
Yes.
I just did a 40-day process with Ian Levanzant, which incorporated a lot of the EFT tapping into it. It was an abundance process. So we were quite focused on affirmations and yeah.
Cool.
So it really, I realized too that coming to the end of the 40 days, I had this dull headache and I knew it was just some energy that was stuck somewhere. And I think it finally released like yesterday or the day before. And I just found a couple sore spots as I was tapping this morning. So this really, it was great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
I have a question.
Yes, Lynn.
How about your breathing? Sometimes I find that I need to catch my breathing. It's like, I'm just not breathing, deep enough at times. And it's like, okay. And then I get, is there something I can do for that?
Any breath is holding your ring finger is really good. So if you feel like you're a shallow breather, then try to do maybe 5 minutes a day during, at some point, just to sit down and actually, when you exhale, empty out everything, because there's even stagnant energy inside our bronchial sacs that never get moved out. And that's why in the hospital, they have you blow, in the ball and all that stuff to empty it. It's not a practice that we do regularly. So I would highly recommend doing some type of breath work, either do the box breathing where you're inhaling 4 seconds, holding 4 seconds, exhaling 4 seconds, holding 4 seconds, and then have that 4 seconds go longer to even 30 seconds. It's all about training, because a lot of it, we just get so busy and we forget to do that deep breathing. So I would, when you're doing any of these practices, breath is the movement, is the catalyst of the change. So that's why it's so important. And then I believe when you do either do it verbally, doing the or some sound, even a mantra, it actually empowers it even more. So try that.
Thank you.
Wonderful question. Wonderful question. A lot of people have questions or problems about the breathing, especially when they get engaged in doing the physical stuff. They forget about the proper breathing. I would like to remind people that in the chat, Bridget, she shared with us a chant, the Ananda Maya Moksha chant, which is very powerful, and the Ho'oponopono, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Each of those is another layer that you can add to your practice to make it more powerful. They really help change things, move the energy, change the chi. And so I'd love if you could make a note of them. Okay, somebody's trying to come in. Hold on, Jerry. Yes, they're in the chat, Monifi. All right, so you can copy them in the chat. Ananda Maya Moksha. And I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. The Ho'oponopono, it's something that I also, as telling Bridget, I use that in most of my trainings because it is so important in terms of shifting and releasing stuck chi.
Yes.
Okay, welcome, Jerry.
Hi.
Hi there, so glad you could make it. We're just actually wrapping up, but I'm so glad you came.
Well, I wanted to be here earlier, but I overslept. I'm sorry.
No worries, you catch the replay. We're glad you came. Are there any other questions?
Thank you.
Bridget, I wanted to thank you. I personally thought that was a wonderful, marvelous session. I tend to be kinetic myself, and I am a dancer. So everything you said really resonated with me because moving the body is one of my joys, my spiritual joys. So thank you. Today's session was very special for me. Now, there's a question. Bridget is open to any requests for her final Find Your Meditation Monday next week with the Find Your Fire Tribe. She's asking if there's any topics that you guys would like her to offer for next week's Monday session. You don't have to come up with it now, but please think on it and write it in the chat once the final video is posted so she can have some guidance. Otherwise, she'll just make something up again from her very deep store of wonderful energy practices. All right, so once again, thanks everyone, many blessings. I'm going to stop the live stream now. So bye-bye live stream and the recording.